Hacemos comunicación ahora sí nuevamente con el señor Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills, comentador de la familia real. Señor Mr. Mace-Archer-Mills, thank you very much for having the time to talk to us. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Columbia. Thank you for having me. We're here live from a wet and somber Buckingham Palace.
Nos dice que está en este momento desde Buckingham Palace en una situación triste y sombría. Y quiero preguntarle sobre qué cambia ahora con la despedida de la Reina Isabel. ¿Cambia algo para el Reino Unido? Mr. Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills, does anything change right now for the United Kingdom now that the Queen is gone? Is there any change for your country, for your nation?
Oh, yes. It's phenomenal change here. The end of an era. The Elizabethan era is over. We have a new king who is on his way to London as we speak. Of course, we know it was Her Majesty's government, and that means that the government will continue, but there is a new king. He will need to reapprove and reappoint. Everything will change, from the money we use, to the stamps we put on our envelopes, to the way we actually interact with the world. Because the Queen was the founder of the Commonwealth of Nations, 54 nations in total, but she's also the head of state of 15 other countries, of which now King Charles will have to meet with not only British government ministers, but those from other countries around the world that are based here to the court of St. James.
Dice que definitivamente que es el fin de una era. Ahora hay un nuevo rey que viene a Londres en este momento, asegura, pero que todo cambiará, desde el dinero, las estampillas, los pasaportes, la manera en que se relaciona el Reino Unido con el mundo y se relaciona con los países que hacen parte de la Commonwealth. Con un nuevo rey habrá nuevas relaciones, habrá cambios, habrá diferencias de lo que se ha venido viviendo en los últimos años. Doña Darcy Quinn tiene pregunta, por favor.
Sí, le vamos a preguntar al señor Mace precisamente cómo recibirá el pueblo británico a ese nuevo rey, a Carlos y a su esposa Camila, que no es especialmente la más querida. Mr. Mace, good morning. How do you think that the people from Great Britain are going to receive Prince Charles, now the King Charles, and especially Camila and all the history around them?
Yes, good morning. There is quite a history of new King Charles III, but this is a man who is the longest serving ever Prince of Wales, who is the most prepared for this job, regardless whether a majority of people love him or loathe him. And we have to give it up that Camilla is the woman that makes him happy. There's nothing more important to have the woman that you love by your side when you have to actually start becoming and being the head of state. Being the king will not be easy, and this is what we can't forget. This is a man as well. These are not players on a chessboard. So we will take to the king. We need to give him time. His popularity has been building over the last decade, and of course, we have to honor Her late Majesty's wishes. She wanted Camilla to be the Queen Consort. She wanted us to support her son the same as we support her. And we wouldn't be good subjects if we did not honor the wishes of the late Queen II. And as we say, the Queen is dead. Long live the King.
Dice Luis Carlos y a todos nuestros oyentes que el príncipe Carlos, hoy rey Carlos, ha sido el príncipe de Wales que más tiempo ha estado, es el más preparado, se ha estado preparando. Camila es la mujer que lo hace feliz, la mujer que lo ama y que está a su lado y a quien él ama, y que no va a ser fácil ser el rey, así que pues nada más importante que tener a la mujer que él ama a su lado. Hay que darle tiempo. Dice que la popularidad de el rey Carlos ha mejorado en la última década y que sobre todo hay que honrar los deseos de la reina Isabel. La reina Isabel quería que Carlos fuera su sucesor, quería que la gente lo apoyara y quería que Camila fuera la reina consorte y también la apoyaran. Así que no serían buenos súbditos si no lo hicieran.
Quiero preguntarle al señor Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills, uno de los mayores conocedores de la familia real, ¿por qué cree él que la reina Isabel logró todo lo que logró. Logró que el mundo la quisiera, logró que el universo entendiera que ella era la fuerza y la roca que unía al Reino Unido. Mr. Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills, we would like to know in Colombia, in Latin America, why and how did Queen Elizabeth II manage to become the rock of the United Kingdom? How was she capable to unite the country and be the bedrock of your nation? How she did it?
Well, she comes from a bygone era where duty, selfless service to mankind was always first and foremost in her mind. She comes from a very different society where people used to be kind to each other, where people could rise above politics and actually respect the differences of other people and parties. And her being an ethical nature, someone above politics, it is easy for her to really say, wait a minute, stop. This is not right. We need to look at truth here. We need to come together to the table. We need betterment of our country to get along and find a solution. We don't have problems, we find solutions. And that's what really sets her apart from most politicians. And when I was in Colombia just this past December, a lot of people did ask me. They said, oh, you're from Britain. I said, yes, that's where I live. And they said, oh, we love your Queen. We love your Queen. Well, the world loves the Queen because she was the world's Queen. She was able to really transcend governmental politics and help African states. She was able to really sit there and say, wait a minute, no, stop. We all have to work together. We need to live together. And this is why she was the head of the Commonwealth. She was an apolitical figure that could rise above the petty politics of governments and countries. And this is why we've all revered her. She was setting an example for all of us, no matter which age we were. She was someone that, when she spoke, it was wisdom, it was experience. The only, living head of state yesterday morning that served in World War II. She learned so much from her father, the king, who was bombed in Buckingham Palace. She's learned from 1,000 years of history of what not only this nation but the world has been through. And coming from the remnants of an empire and trying to guide a nation through a war, through no longer being number one in the world, that is a job that not anybody is given a guidebook for. And she was able to say, I am young. I cannot lead you into battle. I cannot give you laws or administer justice, but I can give you my heart and my devotion to these old islands. And that's what she did. And from her 21st birthday speech in Cape Town, South Africa, she pledged her entire life in duty, whether it be long or short, to the people of our nation, to the people of the Commonwealth. So this is someone who has been a shining example of selflessness, of duty, somebody that can teach the young people of today how to behave, a model for everyone. And we've lost something so great now, but we do have something just as great to look forward to with King Charles III.
Son las 9:29, palabras impresionantes, maravillosas de Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills. Hay que agradecerle por su intervención aquí en la FM. Mr. Thomas James Mace-Archer-Mills, thank you very much for dedicating a couple of minutes to us in Colombia. We really appreciate your time, and we are very sorry for your loss and the loss of your country, and obviously for the loss that we all in the world are experiencing right now with the departure of Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you so much for your time.
That is very kind. Muchas gracias. And the people of the United Kingdom, thank you in Colombia for your condolences. Thank you so very much.